Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to the leader in you. Yes, this is Catherine, your host. We are back for another edition, and today we are talking about the deferred dream. Where do we go from here? The deferred dream, where do we go from here? You know, we all start out in life with dreams. Dreams of what we will be, dreams of what we will become, dreams of what we will accomplish in life. But then life has its way to get in the way, and then those dreams become diminished. Those dreams get pushed to the side. Those dreams get put in a box. Those dreams are said, you know what? I don't even think it can happen. I just need to do the next best thing. I'm here to encourage you this morning, to all the leaders that's listening now or listening to the replay, to pick your dream up again, that your dream does not have to be deferred. The thing that you thought could be for your life can happen. Did your life take a detour? Yes. Did it take a U-turn? Yes. Was you blindsided by the unexpected? Yes. Myself included. However, we have to go back to the original dream. And then where do we go from here? Because sometimes when we get stuck in life, when we get stuck in the in-between of life, right? Sometimes we get stuck in the in-between of life. And when we're stuck in the in-between of life, sometimes we settle for less. Sometimes we settle for what we think is the best thing we can get, but it is not the ideal thing. So we settle. So when we look at the word deferred, the word deferred means to put off to a later time. It means to postpone. So I ask you, what have you put off to a later time? What have you postponed because you didn't think that original dream was even possible? What have you postponed? What have you put in a box and put it in your closet and it's just collecting dust? What is that thing? What is that dream that has been deferred? When we talk about where do we go from here, where it means the dream deferred, meaning where did it get deferred to? What cubbyhole did you put your dream in? Where did you hide your dream? Where is your dream? Where is it? You know, when we're on the road and we're about to go to a destination, we now can use our phone as a GPS. We plop in the address and it'll take us to where we want to go. But sometimes we've hidden our dream so far in the back burner, we don't even have an address to locate it anymore. It's been pushed to the side so long, we don't even have the address to our dream. Therefore, our GPS cannot even take us there. What is our GPS? It's our mindset. Our mindset is our GPS. Yeah, our mindset is our GPS, because when we focus on what we want to do, our mindset then calculates a route on how to get there. But if that dream has been deferred to the point that there is no longer an address, there's no destination for where the dream is, our mind sometimes go into a state of, I don't even know how to calculate how to get there. I don't even know how to put together that strategy on how to get there, because I've denied my dream for so long, it no longer has an address in my world. Is that you? If it is you, I speak to the leader in you. I speak to that dormant place. I speak to that dream that no longer has an address and GPS can't even find it. I speak to that dream. I speak to that thing that has been gnawing at you, saying, come find me, come pick me up again. But your mind can't even calculate how to get there. The GPS has been turned off to your dream and can no longer find it. But one of the things, when we talk about where do we go from here, one of the things I hope this podcast show activates is for you to do something about it. Maybe your dream has been on the back burner. Maybe the GPS has been turned off and you don't have an address on how to find your dream again. But I speak to you right now to do something about it. When we think of the word do is an action word, meaning we have to do something. We have to pick it up again. And what can you do? That's a common question. The person will say, well, what can you do if you don't even know how to find your dream because it's been deferred for so long? I want you to get a journal, and I just want you to write. I want you to get a journal, and I want you to write. What are you going to write, you may ask? I want you to write down anything you can remember about your original dream. Your original dream. Now, you're going to have to get into a quiet place to do this. Not a whole bunch of people around you. You need to get to a quiet place. If you're a quiet place, if you need to go in your car just to get into a quiet place, then do that. If you need to go to a park to get to a quiet place, then do that. Whatever you need to do, get to a quiet place. And I need you to write down anything you can remember about your core dream, right? Anything that you can remember about it, to any detail that you can remember. Muster it up and write it down. Then I want you to do what? I want you to be in pursuit of it. See, sometimes in order for us to get to a place to find our dream again, we have to get out of the static state of life. Sometimes, when I'm using my GPS, if I'm in a zone where the signal isn't strong, the GPS doesn't work. I'm sure many of you have experienced that. The GPS will not work if you're in an area and, maybe the signal isn't strong. Mine will show up and say, it's not picking up a signal. Maybe that's where you are in your life. Maybe you're in a static state of your life. Maybe you're in a place of your life that the reason why you can't get your address to your dream because you're in a place that it has no signal. You're in a toxic environment that's not allowing the signal to register. Sometimes we have to get out of these toxic places because we will never, ever see our dream again if we don't. I want you to pause and I want you to think for a second. Are you in a toxic place that's hindering you from pursuing your dream? Think about it for a second. Are you in a place that's hindering the signal to your mental GPS to locate your dream? Only you know that. Are you in that place that you was on a path, but then you hit this spot on the beltway? I know sometimes, I'd be on the beltway a lot driving, and you can hit a certain spot and your signal is gone. Or you could be on the phone with somebody and the call drops. That's just like if we're trying to pursue our dream and we're speaking life to ourselves, but we enter into a space that's toxic, and then all of a sudden our language change in how we speak to ourselves. We have to be in pursuit of. What are you in pursuit of? Sometimes we're pursuing something, but it has nothing to do with our dream. So I ask you, what are you in pursuit of? We have to get to a place that we leave complacency behind. That way we can enter into the place of destination. What are you destined for? What is that thing that you have said, you know what, I'm just going to kill this dream because it cannot manifest. If it haven't manifested by now, it's just not going to manifest. What is that thing? What I want you to do when you get your journal, I want you to write down your top 3 goals you want to accomplish this year. Okay, I want you to write down your top 3 goals you want to accomplish this year. And then I want you to break it down into 7 days of action steps that are realistic that you can accomplish, okay? And then I want you to build within your industry and know your industry. I know those that are listening to this show now or listening later, many of you are entrepreneurs, many of you have foundations that you're building and developing. I need you to understand the industry that you're building in. Have you done a research in your industry? Sometimes we say, we're trying to build this business model. I'm speaking specifically right now to entrepreneurs that maybe you put your dream of your business to the side because you feel that you can't even compete in that industry. Not so. You just need to understand the industry so you can compete in the industry, right? And you need to build your industry knowledge. How much time do you take to research and educate your mind on the industry that you say you want to build your business model in? A lot of times all it takes is that moment in time. How much time can you carve out every single day to study your industry? 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Replace that time that you're just putting to nothing. That's just really a waste of time. Everybody has time that they're wasting. I need you to replace that to study your industry. I need you to replace that. I want you to think for a second. What can you replace? Think for a second. Look at all that dead time you have throughout the week. Think about it. Now that you have it in your mind, I want you to replace it with something that's going to be intentional. You know, for those that follow my show know that I have a saying that says, give each day an assignment, right? We must give each day an assignment. A lot of times we waste a lot of time. We blow our time because we're not giving every day an assignment, and it's not leading us to our dream. It's just not, right? So one of the things that I want us to do is to stay focused on our everyday action steps that are realistic, right? Because it doesn't make sense to come up with something that's not realistic. However, you should come up with things that's going to stretch you beyond where you are. There's a quote that says, we all have dreams, but in order to make dreams come into reality, it takes an awful lot of determination, dedication, self-discipline, and effort. I'm going to say that again. We all have dreams, but in order to make dreams come into reality, it takes an awful lot of determination, dedication, self-discipline, and effort, right? What type of determination do you have? What type of dedication do you have? Do you have self-discipline? And what type of effort are you putting towards your dream? Again, that goes back to in pursuit of. It goes back to action, right? It goes back to leaving from one thing that's lying dormant in your life that's not serving a purpose into a purpose-filled life, right? There's a quote that says, hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. I want you to visualize a bird with a broken wing that you see trying to get off the ground, trying to fly, trying to go up in the sky, but they have a broken wing and they just cannot get up above from their situation. Is that you? Are you that broken winged bird that has a dream, but you've lost your direction, your GPS intellectually in your mind? You can no longer find it. Are you that broken bird? I speak life to you. If you are in a state of brokenness in pursuit of your dream, that your dreams will live again, but it's going to take action. It's going to take a determined mindset despite every odd, despite every obstacle that is coming against you. One of the things that's so important is that we have to stay focused on taking one action step every day. Sometimes we look at the huge mountain. We need to break it down into bite-sized pieces and look at it from a perspective of what can I do realistically every day to build my dream. There's a quote that says, to accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream, not only plan, but also believe. Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in your dream? Could it be you forgot to believe again? Could it be that you've left your belief on the sideline because you know what? I just don't think I can do it again. Another quote says, deep into that darkness, peering long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. Sometimes we allow fear to turn off our GPS. Therefore, we can never make it to the destination of our dream. Have you allowed fear to turn off the GPS in your mindset that can calculate the direction to your dream? Have you allowed that fear to turn it off? I speak to your heart. I speak to your mind. I speak to your business plan. I speak to your family. I speak to your community that you're building in, that your dream will become a reality. But it only can happen if you go into action mode. It can only happen if you pursue relentlessly, despite every obstacle, despite every situation, despite every challenge. You must live your dream, and you must live it loudly. You must live it boldly. As I get ready to wind down, sometimes we all know we need assistance in creating our strategy, in our plan. Many of you may or may not know I am a strategist. If you need any assistance, send me an email, ct@katherinetrotter.com. Check out my website, www.katherinetrotter.com. I would love to work with you. And listen, guys, as we get ready to wind down this episode, I want you to know that it's not too late for you to dream again. Your dream doesn't have to be deferred. Unlock the GPS in your mind, work on your strategy, get your journal book, write down your goals, and I'm going to see you at the top.